Hi guys, it's me, Stefania, and today I have gone for this amazing walk through, I guess you call it countryside. Back home we kind of call it bush, but I found this really nice spot. I was driving and I saw a track and I thought, right, let me just stop here and see where it takes me. Because I just wanted to take some time out and have a little bit of a reflection. And while I was walking, I thought, hey, I just want to share something with you today where I had this aha moment about communication and listening. And the story that I'm going to share with you is about how it actually made me realize how listening is so important. So, allow me to share it with you. A couple of days ago, I was talking with a friend, and she was really in a really distressed mode. And when we got together, we had plans to do this and to do that and talk about this and talk about that. And I really gathered that she really didn't want to, talk about what we'd actually had set out to, talk about in our meeting. So usually I would just, say, hey, our meeting today is going to be about this and try and take control. But this time I actually didn't, because I've been really researching, material on communication and listening and improving my listening skills. So this was the perfect day to actually practice what I'd, done so much research on. And it was really funny because I actually stopped to listen to her, and what she was sharing with me wasn't so much about what she was sharing, but what she was feeling, and she just needed to speak. And I kind of, in the beginning, thought, will I, take control a little bit and redirect the conversation towards where we really had to go with it, or do I just listen? So I kind of just listened to myself and said, you know what? I need to listen to her. She needs someone to listen, that's going to listen to her. And I did. And what I really realized is a lot of the time we don't actually give each other enough time to listen. And I think the world is really screaming out for listeners. We call this time and age the age of communication. And sure, it might be because we have so much technology around. We can send a message via text and it'll get to the other person within seconds. An email, we can do a video call, or we can just, do a voice message. But half the time, what people are really screaming out for is someone that will listen to them. And it really made me realize that listening, the power of listening, is really, really important. And we don't actually give enough of our time to listen to what other people are actually saying. It doesn't mean you have to have solutions for them, but when you actually stop to listen to someone, it allows them to trust you, you build better, friendships. There's a trust, there's a level of sharing that often doesn't happen when people are not listened to. So a lot of the times in my coaching, I feel that people are really screaming out that their partners aren't listening to them, they aren't communicating to them, they're too much, wrapped up into what's happening externally. And this is often true because there's just so much going on around in the world. There's so much information, there's just so much being shared that we lose ourselves. And I can say for myself, I'm pretty much culprit for that, because I can quite easily get, self-absorbed in what message is coming through, what I have to do next, who do I speak to next? But what I really found is being very present and listening in the moment, in that very moment when someone needs to share something, is vitally important, extremely important. And another thing that really helped me to become a better listener, I believe, is being able to listen to yourself. Because if we're really not able to listen to ourselves, to know when to listen, we're not going to be great listeners or better listeners, or we won't, give ourselves the opportunity to become better listeners. So, yeah, this was something that was a real aha moment. And as a result, what actually happened at the end of this conversation with my friend, after she had, released and shared everything, and she was quite angry. She was quite stressed and angry, and I gave her the opportunity to just listen, and I really didn't say much. And I said, just have compassion for yourself, don't take it so hard. And what was really amazing was then she stopped and she asked, what do you think? So then by me allowing her to speak and giving my full attention to listen to her, she then was prepared to listen to me, which is really, it really was an aha moment. Because a lot of the times, and I'm not sure whether it's ever happened to you, we get so tangled up in a conversation, and we put the focus so much on ourselves that we have to speak, we have to put our message across. But what's really important is to know where the other person's at and what they have to share, so then you can respond accordingly, and particularly if they ask for your help, or your pair of ears to listen to them. So on this, I thought, wow, wouldn't this world be a greater place if we had better listening skills, if they taught us how to listen more? I mean, at school they teach us how to talk and speak and communicate and how to read, but wouldn't it be great if we could actually be taught how to listen, improve our listening skills? Yeah, and how, they have talk shows. Rather than having talk shows, have listening shows. That would also be great as well. But anyway, that was my view, and I thought I'd share it with you. And the power of listening, how to become a better listener. So my conclusion was to stop and listen, first of all, to yourself, and be able to listen to what you're feeling and whether it's the right time to speak or not, particularly when you're in an argument or a negotiation. Because really, negotiators are excellent listeners. We think they're great talkers, but in actual fact, they're great listeners. Because it's only in the listening that we actually get to hear that other person's needs and wants. So I invite you all to actually stop and listen. So it might be with a friend, might be with your partner, might be with a work colleague, whoever. Just stop and listen and give them your full present attention when you listen. And you'll see the magic that happens when you're actually communicating with someone. All right, that's it. I know this video was a little bit longer, but I'm just so relaxed here out in the woods here. I invite you to try this listening technique and see how it works for you. Okay, so if you like this video, please press like down below and follow me on stefaniapulio.com and also gayworldcoaching.com. I'm on Facebook and Instagram as well. All right, sending you love and passion, and bye for now.